चण्डी जापः शुभो भवे प्रज्वल प्रज्वल ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विद्ये ज्वल हं सं लं क्षं फट् स्वाहा.
The Virgin Mother Goddess is, first of all, matter, virgin matter, or the unploughed soil, that is to say, the Prima Materia prior to its division, or flowing into the multiplicity of created things. As star of the sea, Stella Maris, the sealed fountain, the immaculate womb of this divine fount, she is likewise the water over which the Spirit moved in the beginning of time. As the woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, she is also everything signified in other mythologies by the goddess of the moon, which shines by the sun's light and appears in the night surrounded with stars. As the womb in which the Logos comes to birth, she is also space, signified in the common artistic convention of clothing her in a blue mantle spangled with stars.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about another episode related to the ages of the earth's spiritual evolution. So in previous video I have talked about epochs and various factors and various development that happened in those epochs. So today let's dive into the three ages, the ages which we lived and the ages which we are currently in. So the spiritual evolution of the earth is divided into three ages. The first age is the age of the Father, the second is the age of the Son, and the third is the age of the Holy Spirit or the Holy Sophia. Now, the age of the Father is when the development of the physical body was completed. The development of the physical body, the development of the plants, animals, mineral kingdom. So, all these will be considered as the age of the Father. And the age of the Son is when the incarnation of the Christ happened during the middle of the earth evolution. So what does this denote? This denote that the spiritual impulse for the spiritualization of our human body into the higher bodies and our birth into the higher realms was made possible by the spiritualizing effect of the Christ impulse, and also to develop our holy individuality. So this was the period of the age of Son, or the incarnation of the Christ, or the embodiment of the Christ impulse. And currently and going forth, we are moving into the age known as the age of Holy Sophia, or the age of the Holy Spirit. So what is this age? This age is when the wisdom, the truth of the Father and the Son will be revealed to the humanity. So to make it understand, we can say the age of the Holy Sophia or Holy Spirit, and also we can term it as the age of the Divine Mother. So this is the age when the wisdom is made understandable to the humanity. So the understandable part is done by the Holy Sophia, the wisdom. Okay, so it is not just we are reading the wisdom, but we will be able to understand the wisdom and to apply it into our day-to-day life for the current epoch. Okay, so let me explain this in detail. So let me show you a tree known as the Sephiroth tree. So this belongs to the Jewish mysticism, which relates to the tree of life. So here, if you look, we can see the crown, or it is known as the Kether, the Father, the ultimate supreme, and then it is divided into known as the wisdom, and then it is divided as understanding. So this wisdom is known as Chokma, and the understanding is known as the Bina. So we can say that the current period which are living is the age of Holy Spirit, which has the dual nature of the masculine wisdom and the feminine Bina of understanding. Okay, so right now we have read the wisdom, but we do not know how to apply it into our day-to-day life, how to use that wisdom in a form that is understandable, and to apply it into our lives. So this age will denote the coming, or the age of the Holy Sophia, the Holy Wisdom, where the mysteries of the Father will be revealed to the humanity who are ready for it. So here, going forward, we will see a spiritual organ that is developed in individuals who will be able to understand the things, the spiritual things as it is, based on the reality. It will no more appear to them as some far dim images or concept which will happen sometime, but it will appear to them, they will be able to understand currently, right now, what is happening. So previously, in previous ages, the seers of the prophets, they were able to look into the supersensible world and look at the images and the visions which they perceived, and they have written down in the scriptures and scrolls. But right now, in this age, certain individuals will develop a spiritual organ in order to understand those visions objectively, okay, and clearly, without any kind of uh, dimness. So that kind of understanding will be given to certain individuals. They will be able to see things as it is, not as a superstitious stuff, or not as something which is going to take somewhere in some other world or some other ages, but they will be able to see things as it is, and they will be able to apply those truths within themselves and build their resurrection body. They will be able to go into the other higher realms, the manas, buddhi, and the atman realms, and they will be able to understand those concepts, and they will bring it back to the earth, and they will implement it here. So this is what going to happen in this age of Sophia, age of Holy Spirit, or the age of the Divine Mother. It can also be said that the age where the entire culmination, right from the age of the Father, from the creation till this age of the Christ, everything that has happened from the beginning to the end will be merged together, and they will be developed into a very clearer way, in a very objective way, and each individual will be able to understand it. So the more you purify your body, the more you are ready, make yourself ready for it, this spiritual organ will be developed. It will be within your forehead, this side. you will be able to see things objectively. No more you will be able to just see things only in images or visions, and you don't know what is going to happen. But from this age onwards, you will see things and you will understand them as it is. Okay, there will be no more hype, a kind of hype when you see certain visions or a certain super sensible knowledge, but you will see things objectively and present it to the world and present it to yourself and build yourself within that understanding of the wisdom. So this is a great huge thing which is going to happen. Okay, so I would like to read a verse from the Bible which talks about this age. All right. Okay, so let me read that verse. It is from Isaiah 32:3. It says, "The eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall listen." So another version says, "Then the eyes of those who will see will not be blinded, and the ears of those who hear will listen." So this verse talks about the upcoming age of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Sophia, the Divine Mother, the Divine Wisdom. So when this age comes, everything will be made known. So it is not going to be only a perspective of the Christian age, but right from the start of the epochs, everything will be made known by the wisdom, and it will be made understandable by the Holy Sophia and given to us. And we will build with all those understanding and the wisdom our bodies and our surroundings. Okay, and hence there is another verse which says, "The trees of the leaves are for the healing of the nation." So this is the wisdom and understanding. This is what the trees of the leaves which are going to heal the other people, the other humanity around us. So that's it. Hence, we are in the age of Holy Sophia, Holy Wisdom. But there are, if people are not focused on this, and if they are distracted by what is happening on the earth, by other distractions which are being purposely made by the demonic forces through the politicians and other leaders of the world, you will not be able to develop the spiritual organ. Okay, if you have a proud heart, and if you have a heart which you think that you know everything, and you have all kinds of dogmatic views and fundamentalism of your religion, you will not be able to receive the spiritual organ, which is the future, which is going to build the future New Jerusalem. Okay, so there's another verse which says, "Go to this people and say, you will be ever hearing but never understanding. You will be ever seeing but never perceiving. For this people's heart has grown callous. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise they might see with their ears, and hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would heal them." So this is what happens to the group of people who are not focusing on the upcoming age of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Sophia. Okay, they will be so distracted, they will be so involved into the material world and what is happening around, that they will forget the new stream that is going to come forth in this age. A stream where people who have prepared themselves will receive the spiritual organs to see the wisdom, to hear the wisdom, to understand the wisdom, and to come back and to build their lives, their physical, their bodies their surroundings, their families with this wisdom and the understanding of the wisdom which they have received. Okay, and no more, when this happens, no more will uh, people will depend on a certain figure to teach them what to do. Okay, the Lord Himself will teach them, because they have developed their bodies, they have developed themselves, prepared themselves to receive the spiritual organ through which the Lord Himself will teach them. The Lord Himself will make things understand for them. Okay, so each people will have the Lord Himself as the teacher. They will understand the great depth of the wisdom. They will be able to perceive it, and they will be able to implement it, and each will give what they receive to each other. No longer will they be like babies who want someone else to feed them, but they themselves will be developed. They themselves will develop the uh, the organ to understand the spiritual wisdom. Okay, so this is the era which we are moving in. So let us not be distracted by whatever is happening around, but let our first priority be in preparing ourselves in order to be worthy for this age. Okay, to be involved in this age, to develop the spiritual organ for the objective thinking of the holy wisdom, the holy truth which is given by the Spirit of God. Okay, so that's it all for today. Thank you all for watching this video.